What's going on, and welcome to the JM and Digz podcast, episode 3. I'm JM, and of course, the guy right below me is Digz.
What up, homie?
What's up? Got kind of a late start a little bit here today. It's been one hell of a week. I know you've had a hell of a week yourself there, Digz, so it's been rough to get here.
Yes, sir, it has been.
But let's make the most of it. I mean, we can start with the fact that as we're live, the NFL Honors is live right now. Tonight, by the end of the night, we will find out who gets the notorious Most Valuable Player Award. The nominees are Christian McCaffrey, Drake May, Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, and Trevor Lawrence. There you see them right there. Obviously, Patriots fans heavily favoring Drake May to get the MVP award, but he's got some stiff competition. Realistically, Digz, I think like Matthew Stafford's probably the toughest competition though on that list for him.
Yeah.
The only real advantage he has is the fact that he's in the Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford statistically just ruined the NFL this year. What's up, Toshi? Matthew Stafford threw like 43 touchdowns in the regular season. He was just killing it. What's going on, Kicking? So yeah, he had a crazy year statistically. So that's where Matthew Stafford's going to be definitely favored a bit there in the MVP running. But yeah, if we get updates while the podcast is going on in the next hour, we might just drop in some news of who wins what. But right before we went live, there was one award that did get. I don't know if it got leaked or they just don't actually give out this award during the NFL Honors show. But our own New England Patriots offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Josh McDaniels, named by the Associated Press Assistant Coach of the Year. Josh McDaniels is actually going to be coaching in his 10th Super Bowl this Sunday. And that's crazy to think about. Josh McDaniels was like an assistant special teams coach back in 2001. He actually was a coach on the same team that Mike Vrabel was a linebacker. Actually, he coached all 3 of those teams that Mike Vrabel was a linebacker, and they won those Super Bowls. So, crazy how you go full circle, right? Like you're a positions coach or a scout coach, and then years later, a player that you coached is your boss.
And the NFL is scripted,
and you end up his assistant. You end up his assistant coach. That's a crazy thing to think about. So talk about going full circle with that. So, the NFL Honors is live now. I don't know actually what station it's on.
Is on
NFL Network, possibly, or right here. Yeah. So NFL Network, NBC. Also for streaming, it's available on Peacock and NFL Plus. It's being hosted by John Hamm. And yeah, you probably have to watch. Fubo's offering it too. Okay, so yeah, if you have Fubo, I don't know people that pay that ridiculous price for that subscription, but you can watch it on Fubo if you have that as well. So pretty cool. The 2 big awards, obviously, we just talked about the MVP award. The other award is going to be obviously Coach of the Year, which it's Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson, Mike McDonald, Kyle Shanahan, and Mike Vrabel. Right? Yeah, Fubo is insane money. I don't know who can afford that. It's really ridiculous. So, but yeah, the Coach of the Year award is going to be one of the big awards tonight as well. Offensive Player of the Year, that type of Rookie of the Year. Comeback Player of the Year. Those are some of the common awards that they give out every year at NFL Honors. So, yeah. So we'll as we get updates on who wins what during the night, we'll try to bring it to you here live during the pod. But to move on into more news in sports, Robert Kraft, man, we talked about Bill Belichick last week, Diggs, and we find out this week Robert Kraft also not going into the Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility.
I had to go back and double check. Like, was it Belichick we were talking about?
Yeah. They were because they were both up. They were both they were both eligible for this class of the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah.
But it looks like the voters for the Hall of Fame are obviously they're going to make them pay for all the cheating scandals, Deflategate, Spygate. It's all coming back to haunt them, and they're going to make them wait. And here's the thing: we talked about last week with Bill Belichick, kind of like we didn't even know that. We didn't even realize that like coach the eligibility like wait period changed for coaches. They changed the rule in 2014. Oh no, 2024. Sorry. So coaches only have to wait 2 years for eligibility instead of the standard 5 years like players have to wait.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. So all right, Belichick didn't get in his first year. Kraft didn't get in his first year. Kraft's got 6 championships as an owner. Bill's got 6 as a head coach, 2 as a defensive coordinator. And Tom Brady has to wait another 3 years, I believe, for his eligibility as a player to go into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, you know he's going in the first round, though.
Well, hold on a second, because now that both Bill and Kraft got snubbed, now wait a second. Now, even though Tom did leave the Patriots, he did win one more without the Patriots organization. He got 7 rings as a quarterback. Is there a chance that because these voters obviously snubbed Kraft, snubbed Bill for the cheating scandals, do you feel like they're going to snub Brady in his first year eligibility just because he was on those same teams?
I think enough time's going to be in between.
That's what I'm thinking thertoo. Like I said it last week with Bill Belichick. Like if he had to wait the standard the old rule of 5 years for a coach, would there have been enough time where they would have just been like, all right, he's waited 5 years, just let him in. But maybe 2 years was too soon, and that's why they wanted to make him pay. I don't know. It's kind of interesting, and then it does make you wonder in another 3 years when Brady is eligible, does he go in as a first ballot Hall of Famer, or do they punish him for the cheating scandals too and make him wait? I mean, at the end of the day, regardless, all 3 of these men are going to get into the Hall of Fame. But
yeah.
Here's another thing I thought of too. What if they wait for Brady's eligibility year and then they put all 3 of them in at the same time? You can do that. You can do that too because you have a coach, you have an owner, and a player that all work together. That could be possible, no?
It could be.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. But honestly, that's what it seems like. It just seems like the voting panel, they're just trying to make these guys pay for all the cheating scandals. So that's all coming back to haunt them. But regardless of the cheating scandals, it's still a masterful run in sports history because obviously you can only cheat for so long before getting caught, but you can't cheat enough in the NFL to win that many championships. It's just not possible. I don't care what anyone says. That's just my personal opinion. But all right, we're gonna move on. We're typically not going to do a lot of pro wrestling on this podcast, but you know what? It's one of the big 4, and it's the Royal Rumble. And Digz pulled executive producer on this episode, so Digz, we're going to talk about the Royal Rumble. Did you actually sit down and watch it with Jay, or?
I watched a good chunk of it. I was going in and out.
So she says worst Rumble ever. But so yeah, the event took place in Saudi Arabia, kicking off the official road to WrestleMania 42. And the men's Royal Rumble winner, Roman Reigns. Reigns claimed his second Rumble victory, joining an elite group of multi-time winners and punching his ticket to WrestleMania 42. And Roman's last elimination to win it was Gunther.
I thought that was kind of stupid.
So I mean, I've heard this. I mean, a lot of people are just like, I remember when I asked who won. I forgot who was in the. I was in Discord when it happened, and I forgot who I asked who won. But I just remember somebody spoke up and was like, Roman. Like they were very like flatlined and like did not really give a damn about him really being there. I don't understand why add Gunther to the Rumble.
I don't understand why they added him either.
Waste of a spot. Well, so what am I missing here? Why is that a big deal? Why he was added to the Rumble? Is he a champion?
He had a match with AJ.
Oh, that same night. But didn't AJ enter the Rumble too? He had already had a match with AJ Styles, right? But was AJ in the Rumble as well? Oh, AJ was okay. No, AJ, he wasn't.
That was his career match. If he lost, he has to retire.
Oh, I didn't know that was the stipulation. Okay, all right. I knew that was like everyone was saying that was his last match, but I didn't know he was retiring after that. I thought there was a chance. I thought there was a chance he'd still wrestle at Mania, and that might be the last one. But okay.
He went to go take his gloves off, put them down in the center.
Yeah, I saw that, and then he put him back on. So
yeah,
that doesn't really tell you he's done. So that means there's a chance he can actually come back and continue. No. Oh, okay.
The rumor I heard is he might retire in TNA.
All right. So Sanchez hit me with the update that he might be completely done with WWE, but he might make appearances in other places. So he's probably gonna. Yeah, that would make sense if he does like a one final match in TNA. That would make a lot of sense, Digz. You're right. Because if this is his last WWE match, well, what better place to call it quits? You started at the Rumble in WWE. Why not end at the Rumble in WWE? Yeah. And then because of the partnership between WWE and TNA, I'm sure there would be no love lost if he does one final match in TNA. Oh, he had an interview with Steph and said he's done. Never say never. Okay.
All right. Typical.
That's like that Undertaker answer right there. Because like how long did Undertaker not want to retire?
Yeah.
We were waiting it felt like we were waiting another 10 years for that guy to retire before he finally did. It took forever.
Myles Garrett won Defensive Player of the Year.
What's that?
Myles Garrett won Defensive Player of the Year.
Myles Garrett?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Breaking news. Myles Garrett.
Sorry, I have it on over here.
Got you. Yeah, you're a bastard. Myles Garrett winning.
I'm doing my job.
All right. Myles Garrett. That makes a lot of sense because he broke the single season sack record this year. Myles Garrett, defensive end for the Cleveland Browns, in case anyone doesn't know. We actually played against the Patriots. Actually played against them this year too, and unfortunately, Drake May pretty much was wearing Myles Garrett's jersey that game. Myles Garrett was all over Drake May like a fly on shit, like a fly on shit. He made the rookie tackle of ours, Will Campbell, look like an absolute rookie. Like Myles Garrett didn't just make Will Campbell look like a rookie in that game. He made Will Campbell look like a freshman in high school. That's how bad it was. It was embarrassing. It was definitely Will Campbell's welcome to the NFL moment. But the big difference is Myles Garrett, man, for as elite and as much of a stud that guy is, he just has a career on the shittiest fucking NFL franchise. I feel so bad for the guy, dude.
That's how he makes his name.
Yeah,
the worst team.
And there was a chance this year he was gonna get traded, but the Browns coughed up the money to keep him. So whatever. But congratulations, Myles Garrett, on Defensive Player of the Year. Well deserved, definitely. All right, continuing with the Rumble, where we leave off? We left off with Gunther defeated AJ. Roman won the Rumble. So the Women's Royal Rumble winner was Liv Morgan. That was kind of predictable. Morgan finally captured her first Rumble win after multiple close calls, earning the right to challenge for a women's world title at WrestleMania. Her last elimination to win it was Tiffany Stratton, which makes sense because obviously, if I saw Liv Morgan and Tiffany Stratton as the last two in the ring, you're going to think either one of them have a chance to win that.
Yeah.
The Tosh says the women's Rumble was better than the men's, which, all right, I can see that just based off what I'm saying. And who was the? I was told by Tosh too. Who was like the number one person that performed in that Rumble? Who was what's her name? Soul Snatcher. What's her name? Soul Ruka showed out. There it is. Yeah, Soul Ruka. Yep.
The women's, I missed a good chunk of it. I caught most of the end of that match.
Well, everything I heard was pretty much similar to what Tasha's saying. The women's Rumble was better than the men's. They had better spot management, and then Sol Ruka really just showed the fuck out in that Rumble. Don't feel bad. The Saudi missed it too. Yeah, crazy how they don't even. I don't understand how they do women matches over there. You can definitely feel that the audience, the local audience, doesn't give a shit about women's wrestling over there. It's kind of sad, but
I don't even understand if they have to go friggin' pay for their own outfits, go there, cover up in the hot as hell.
yeah. Well, I saw clips of some of the female wrestlers though actually do like wearing the outfits. They actually like it. It gives them a chance. It gives them a chance because women love fashion, and it gives them a chance to rock a different type of, a different type of gear that they normally wouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, to their defense, the Rumble started at 10 p.m. their time. That's crazy. Arena looked empty. I actually heard about this. So the arena looked empty, but I guess it was some optical illusion shit with like I don't know, all the seats had some sort of fucking
Like LED light.
LED lighting, and it really made it hard for you to actually see the audience.
They said they're not doing it next time they go.
Yeah, because it did make the arena look empty, but everybody that I saw online, like TikTok, Instagram, whatever, that took pictures from their seats, you could tell it was a packed house. It just the I don't know, just the WE production just kind of for some reason didn't have the right angles to show off the crowd the right way. So yeah, they kind of failed with that. But the impressive thing is this, and it just shows how rich Saudi Arabia is. They built that entire like arena for that event. Like that was just like a dirt lot, and then it became the arena for the Royal Rumble. Did you see that? Like,
No, I didn't.
oh yeah, dude. Honestly, Sanchez, if you can find a picture of that, dude, like the dirt lot for like the
20 days, huh?
Yeah, they built it, and it was crazy, bro. Like that just shows you how much money the Saudis have to be able to build something like that for that event. Everything was built for that event, and I don't even know if they're keeping it there or just tearing it all back down. But it was a crazy. It was a crazy picture. It was funny how the building was half empty when the women were wrestling, and their Rumble was better than the men's. Yeah, we just actually talked about that from the dungeon.
An offensive player of the year.
We actually just talked about that, ironically. All right, you can kind of see it there. Yeah, so that was them. That was them building it. So even before that, it was dirt. But that's what it was like. Looked like when it was all finished. So pretty fucking epic, dude, for them to be able to build an entire venue for WWE like that in 20 fucking days. That's pretty goddamn wild, bro. People, it would have taken 3 months if built in the States. Yeah, exactly. People started showing up during the Sami Zayn match with Drew McIntyre. Jesus. Yeah, right. When the Royal Rumble was over, they tore the building down the next day. They put it together like Legos, right? Crazy. Yeah, I thought that was impressive. What's the only match we missed? We got the Women's Rumble done. Drew,
and Sammy.
yeah, Drew McIntyre retained the undisputed WWE Championship in a high pressure defense against Sami Zayn. So I didn't catch that match. Did you catch that match?
Parts of it.
That
We
seems to
go
be.
home from Monster Jam and
Oh, that's right. You went to Monster Jam that day.
yeah.
Why didn't you put that on the goddamn list of things to talk about?
Who wants to hear about trucks going? Wee.
I would have talked about that. Yeah, exactly. That's a fail. That's a fail. We should have added that to the list of things. What's going on, Cal? It was an okay match. I give it a B. Tosh says so. All right. Well, that's pretty much that. All right. And I believe this is going to be our last sports headline. The Stadium Series, Boston Bruins took on the Tampa Bay Lightning in the open stadium. Is this where the Tampa Bay Bucks play? Is this where they played?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. We should actually have Cal in here for this segment. He's a big hockey buff. He'll actually be able to pronounce some of these names. So the Boston Bruins lost 6-5 to the Tampa Bay Lightning in a shootout on February 1st, 2026 in the NHL Stadium Series at Raymond James Stadium. Tampa Bay struck first just 11 seconds in on a goal by Brandon Hagel, the fastest goal ever to start an outdoor NHL game. Boston responded with a dominant stretch, scoring 5 unanswered goals, including 2 from Morgan Geekie. To take a commanding 5-1 lead midway through the second period. Momentum shifted when penalties began piling up for Boston. Tampa Bay capitalized on the power play, scoring multiple goals to cut the deficit. The rare goalie fight between Jeremy Swayman and Andrei Vasilevsky, if I'm pronouncing that right, energized the Lightning and the crowd. Tampa completed the comeback in the third period when Nikita Kucherov tied the game, finishing the night with ending the night with 1 goal and 3 assists. Sorry. Damn, that's fucking crazy. So, can someone explain to me before I continue? How does a goalie fight happen? Like, I'm
Two
just.
goalies will meet in the full fist.
Yeah, I get that aspect of it. Did everyone just stop playing? Because if everyone stops playing and just lets them go.
Yeah. If ever gets to that point.
They catch the refs off guard. It's almost like you're going to ask the refs for permission. Hey, can I fucking skate to the middle of the ice to meet this other fucking prick? They get the most pads on out of everybody else on the ice on top of that, bro.
It's funny watching them having to shake everything off.
Yeah, dude. It's almost like you ever watch like people fight in those like fat sumo suits. That's what I'm thinking. But okay, so that makes a little sense. I'm thinking like, how's it possible for a goalie fight when if I was a player on the ice, I'd be like, where's the puck? I'm just gonna go get a free goal.
There's other fights going on.
Oh, so everyone's kind of brawling, but the goalies take advantage of it. They catch the refs off guard. It was like in the middle of a scrum. Vasi was already at the center ice, and Swayman went and did it. When I had dinner with the Devils, I never met so many people with no teeth. Okay, that's fucking crazy.
So that's one way to use. I'm just a hockey player. That's why I have no teeth.
It was after the whistle. Oh, they were fighting after the whistle, so the puck was not in play. I'm getting it. Now I get it. Okay. Makes a little bit more sense now. Gotcha. All right, where did I leave off with that? I just had to ask that question because that was kind of mind-boggling to me. Yeah, okay, Cal. So play was dead. All right. The game went scoreless in overtime before heading to a shootout where I'm going to torch this guy's name. Where Jake Gunther, I'm trying to pronounce that like Gunther a little bit, like Gunther. Jake Gunther scored the only goal, sealing a historic comeback win for Tampa Bay. The Lightning's rally marked the largest comeback in NHL outdoor game history, while the Bruins were left stunned after surrendering a 4-goal lead. Yeah, that's a hell of a comeback right there.
Yeah.
So this game had multiple records and historic moments. Largest comeback in NHL outdoor game history. Tampa erasing a 4-goal deficit. Largest comeback in Lightning franchise history. Fastest goal to start an NHL outdoor game. Brandon Hagel, 11 seconds in, scored a goal. First outdoor goalie fight in NHL history. So that's pretty cool. And then miscellaneous facts here. The attendance was 64,600 plus fans in Raymond James Stadium. The temperature, the puck drop was chilly for Florida. So it was wait, am I reading this right? Is it 41 degrees or 5 degrees? Which
41.
is it? It was 41 degrees. I was gonna say. I was like, that fucked me up. All right. The Bruins had gone up 5-1 early, but penalties and momentum shifts helped fuel the Lightning's comeback. So overall, I always like when the NHL does these like outdoor games, but it's crazy they did one in Florida though. You know, you would think
Freezing temperatures there, though.
41 is not freezing temperatures. That's like I would love 41 degrees any day in my life.
Universal and Disney are covering their trees from frostbite.
Well, I don't know. That I don't get it. If it's 41 up here, anyone up in the Northeast region, we're wearing t-shirts in that weather. We're wearing t-shirts in that weather. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Let me catch up with chat. Olympics opening ceremony tomorrow as well. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. That's awesome. It was colder there than the last outdoor game that was held in Boston. Yeah, Cal, you missed the entire beginning of the podcast. Appreciate you filling this in though. Chicken Wing hates the cold. I mean, I grew up in it my whole life, so I don't know. I just kind of get used to it. I actually say I hate the cold when it's cold, but I can't stand it when it's like too hot.
I like nice hoodie, but
I can't. Yeah, I don't mind hoodie weather. But when it comes to freezing cold or ridiculously hot, I'll take freezing cold. That's just my take. I can't stand 100+ degrees, like thick ass air. It's humid. Oh my god, I can't stand that shit. I'd rather be cold.
Yeah, I can always put more on. I can't take more off.
Right, exactly. At certain points, illegal. I'm tiny. Tosh says I hate sweating. I'm tiny, so I freeze easily. If it's cold, you can always add layers. If it's hot, you can only take so much. You can take. Yeah, right. Also, one of the Bruins players is a flag bearer for Zetchia in the opening ceremony. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's what's up.
Nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. But then again, I don't watch a lot of hockey. Next time, Diggs, you want to do a hockey thing, we should probably get Cal in to just come in for like that segment and then he leaves.
Cal, sit here. Okay, let's speak. Okay, go.
It's like, all right, we're going to give you the NHL updates with Cal. And he just goes off, spits them all out. And then he's like, and back to you guys. Yeah, there you go. Get a call-in number. Set that up. Nice. I don't think I'll ever stop talking. No. You would we would give you headlines and that would be it. You read and then you'd be done. That'd be it.
Then Clean would just cut you off.
Yeah, then Clean just cuts you off and that's it. You're out. Peace. That's it. We'd make sure you wouldn't outlive your welcome. Trust me. So,
like Tosh said, you have 2 minutes. Go.
2 minutes is fair. 2 minutes is fair.
Oh,
all right.
We'll give him the hockey minute.
The hockey minute? That's what's up. All right, should we move on to our only local news story since that's all we got this week? Because I did a terrible job as a producer this week.
There wasn't much going on.
You didn't even get this guy's name, did you? Diggs. We gotta talk about you. We gotta talk about you.
Listen, man.
Hold on, let me find this guy's name.
I can't do everything.
Because this guy is the guy that fucked up our Peter Alviti. Okay, so Peter Alviti, is the Rhode Island Department of Transportation Director, or was. He resigned. The
27th will be his last day.
Oh, he officially resigned, so he's going to stay the director till February 27th, and then he'll officially be out. So What this dickhead did for our state of Rhode Island is he didn't do his job. Okay, his job is to make sure that the Rhode Island Department of Transportation overlooks the conditions of our roads, our streets, and our bridges. And what was it now? What's going to be like going on 3 years now since the
Yeah.
bridge discovered the issue with the bridge. So one of the biggest highways in Rhode Island is Route 195. It splits off from 95. 95 goes north up to Boston, where 195 splits further east, and then kind of that would take you like up to like from Providence to like Cape Cod. But there's a big part of 95 where it comes off of 95. It's a long stretch of bridge. 3 years ago, they realized that half the bridge, there it is. That's pretty much what we drive on now. So what you're seeing there is the bridge is actually way wider, but because half the bridge, they realized it was on the verge of collapse. What they had to do now, and what we do now in Rhode Island, is we have to, whenever we need to go that way, you have both lanes of traffic going on one bridge that was designed for like traffic going one way. So you got two different directions of traffic going on one bridge. It's a fucking clusterfuck.
It's a lot better than what it was, though.
It's still a clusterfuck. Rush hour,
yeah.
rush hour, forget it. That gets so backed up trying to get on 185. 95 just gets backed up. It's so bad. And like literally the average number of vehicles that go over this bridge. Yep, there it is. Washington Bridge aerial look. That's how it used to look. So pretty much instead of it going like that, now they're forced for they already tore the bridge down. There's probably pictures somewhere where the bridge is down. The bridge that was collapsing, they took down already. So now it's just one bridge, one of those lanes. Go back to that. Go back to the two pictures over. So I believe it's the bridge on the right that's still standing, and then they tore down the one on the left.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. So the one on the left is just gone. It's not there no more. And then they got both lanes of traffic running on one bridge. So it's definitely condensed. So when the bridge was like that, the way it normally was supposed to be, you're talking 100,000 cars go over those bridges a day. In one day in Rhode Island, over 100,000 cars go over those bridges in one day. And they condensed our traffic to go over one bridge.
It's so bad they have tow trucks at each end of the bridge.
They have to pay state police to just sit on each end of the bridge with tow trucks on each end of the bridge because it's so condensed. If there's an accident, they need people there ready to go. So like you get a tow truck that just sits there, gets paid to sit there all day waiting for an accident. That's all they do.
After the time I drive by them, they have like a blanket up covering their windows flat, sleeping.
Oh hell yeah. You know they're in there sleeping, playing solitaire, doing looking up porn on their phone, doing some crazy shit. Like they sit there all day, bro, all day and all night, just waiting for shit to happen.
Getting that OT paid too.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, so this Nimrod finally stepped down, resigned, which I'm surprised it took this long, because it's his responsibility to make sure that the people under him are doing their jobs and inspecting the bridge properly. It did come out that the guy that was designated to inspect the Washington Bridge, he would just show up to the bridge, fill out a inspection report, and then turn it in, but never actually doing the inspections. And then it was like, I forgot what happened. I think something like that guy was either not working and they assigned a different guy to inspect the bridge, and then that guy looked at it and was like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on here?
Wasn't it? No, because that's why Feds started looking into it, because they're trying to figure out where the money went.
Yeah, that's right. The government gave us like a grant or whatever for repairing the bridge, and that money went somewhere, but it didn't go to that goddamn bridge. When they discovered how severe the damage was, they had to immediately shut the bridge down because it was like days away from collapse. That's how close we would have had a fucking way bigger disaster on our hands if that bridge collapsed. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
If that bridge collapsed with fucking people going across it, oh man, that'd be a whole nother story. That'd be a whole nother fucking story. Oh yeah, there you go. That's what it looked like before they tore it down. Yep. So that was them stripping it, and then yeah, they eventually tore it down. And then there's that Nimrod right there. Yeah, I'm good at my job. Yeah.
He was collecting he was lying in his pockets.
He definitely got some of that grant money for that bridge, bro, because it didn't go to that damn bridge, man. Oh man, this type of shit just infuriates me, man, because it's like any type of like role of like government power in this state. It's always been known for, you know, known for being corrupt. I mean, dude, you know what? One day we need to, on here. I'm not gonna do it today because I'll talk a whole hour on it. But fuck, we need to talk about Buddy Cianci one day. How about that? You want to talk about some corrupt Rhode Island politicians, bro? We talk about mayors and shit. Oh man, you talk about Buddy Cianci. Oh, I'll be here for hours.
But Buddy did some good. He was a corrupt motherfucker.
Oh yeah, he did some good. He built us a fucking mall. Yeah, let's go talk about that. Fuck Buddy Cianci, bro. Another corrupt fucking politician. Can't stand.
What about the mall do you want to talk about?
Huh?
I said, let's talk about the mall. What part of it?
The fact that he built it specifically so that he could get. He got like, didn't they get grant money for the? So they put up the money for the mall, but then they got grant money to help enhance the surrounding area.
Yeah.
And a lot of that money disappeared.
I don't remember the full story on it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, right? You remember hearing about that, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, that'll be our homework for next week. We'll look that up and figure out exactly.
A documentary on it.
I think there was going to be a film. Hold on, there's definitely a book on Buddy Cianci, but did they ever make a Buddy Cianci film?
They're supposed to rebuild.
They did. 2005 film documents the rise and fall of Buddy Cianci. It's called Buddy.
Where can you stream it?
I don't know. We're gonna have to figure that out. But they did actually fucking do it. It's a topic you're passionate about as a Rhode Island. Yeah, I mean, now why did they tear half the bridge down to fix it or get rid of it? Oh, because so that's why we're talking. So this guy right here that you see on screen, he's the director of Rhode Island Department of Transportation. He wasn't supervising his employees well enough, so he was sending an inspector. They're supposed to like periodically be inspecting the bridges. The inspector wasn't actually doing his job. He was just filling inspection reports and turning them in, but actually not inspecting the bridge. So when another inspector went to inspect the bridge, they realized that side of the highway was on the brink of collapse. They had to immediately shut the bridge down, and then it was determined they were going to have to fucking tear it down completely and rebuild it.
Like there was parts that weren't connected anymore. Everything was almost rusted out.
They determined if they let traffic run on it any longer, it's just eventually just was going to completely collapse, causing obviously the deaths of thousands.
Especially with how many tractor trailers go across that.
Right. Damn, that's how you know that doc. That's how you know that's old. Fuck. That's how you know that's old. All right, so Sanchez just filled us in on that Buddy doc. We're gonna have to figure out a way to check that out. But I'm pretty sure there's a book too, but I'm not reading a book in a week.
Yeah, you are.
Fuck you, man.
You're gonna miss the Super Bowl until the book is read. I want a 5-page essay.
From the dungeon, the inspector definitely got canned, and I know he did get charged with something, but I actually never really followed up with that to see if he actually got charged. They pressed charges, but I don't know if like he already went to court about all that shit. I know he lost his job and his pension. I know that. Pretty sure that's what happened.
Yeah. He got a fine, stripped of everything.
Oh, so he still hasn't been criminally charged, but he's no longer working for the DOT. So
They're also trying to pass the blame on everybody.
wait, Sanchez, what the investigation's still ongoing? Is that what you said? Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, the investigation's still ongoing. All right, well, we'll look into that and get an update on that maybe next week. But as far as this guy goes, he finally resigned. I don't understand why this guy wasn't fired when the shit went down anyway. It's just as much his fault as it was that inspector's fault.
I don't understand why he wasn't fired when they asked who was.
Yeah, I don't get it either. He's just as responsible as the employees under him. And the fact that he officially resigned and they're going to let him stay in position in his office until the 27th of the month. Such bullshit. Meanwhile, anytime I have to go to East Providence, I have to deal with that ridiculous traffic at fucking 9 in the morning. Fucking asshole. Piece of shit. Let's see. The projected number one overall pick for next year's NHL draft got arrested and charged with felony assault. Oh, damn, Cal. What's his name? That's some fucking crazy news. Yeah, you gotta love
He
it.
dropped down to number 2.
You gotta love it when these kids like have the world by the balls, this awesome future ahead of them, and then they just fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A little bit of fame gets in their head.
Is what it is. But all right, so Diggs, you ready for your segment?
You.
Oh, look at that! Oh shit, we're moving up in the world. Digz Final Cut. You got a logo and everything. Oh shit. I'm impressed.
I know. Start this said we're gonna talk Scream. Unfortunately, other shit happens. I figured football a better movie than The Replacements.
Yeah.
In
Okay.
heels, chicks dig scars, glory lasts forever.
So the replacements on the week of the Super Bowl, I dig it, and I actually love this movie. So
It's kind of hard not to.
I'm down. I'm down. It's not like I would never take it as a super serious film, but yeah, I've always anytime I've had a chance to watch the replacements, it's one of those movies that like back when we still had cable, be one of those TV movies that'd be on, and you'd be like, oh shit, the replacements on. You just sit there and watch it. That's the type of movie it was for me.
Yeah, I've watched that so many times with my sister.
Also, like a young Keanu Reeves there. Look at him. Look at him. Tosh, always on TBS or TNT. Yeah, for real, right? Replacement's always on those channels, man. They always be playing that shit, man. That's awesome. Yeah. Is that Mario Lopez? Is it? Where? From this picture? It's Keanu Reeves, bro. That's the young Keanu Reeves, bro. Look at those eyes. Look at those piercing eyes.
That's before he turned into Mario Lopez.
Yeah, that's before he. I was gonna say John Wick. Hold on. I was gonna say it's before he became John Wick, or this is before. I'm pretty sure this is before he ever became the One, right? He wasn't even he wasn't even in the Matrix yet when this came out, right? Oh, we gotta look this up. What year did this
I
come
think
out?
he came out. It's either right before or right
98.
after.
98. Oh wait, no. 2000. Sorry, get that wrong. And when was the Matrix? Oh, he was in the Matrix first. Matrix in 99, he did the replacements. That's crazy.
That's a good point. Just
Yeah, I don't know which one was filmed first, but like dude, it's almost like he must have been doing back-to-back shoots. In those couple years. He must have been doing back-to-back shoots. Yep. That's the only way I can think of it.
Because Speed came out in 94.
Oh man, remember Speed? Oh my god. So, all right. Here's a question. Oh, we don't have a picture of her, do we? Can you get a picture of the actress from this movie that played Keanu's love interest. I already forgot her name. The cheerleader.
Oh,
Oh my god, what was that actress's name? She was bad, bro.
Annabelle.
Annabelle was the character's name or the actress's name? Character's name. So yeah, bring up a picture of her, bro. Get a picture of Brooke.
Hey, bro. Coach of the year.
Huh?
Mike
Mike.
Vrabel.
Oh wow,
Coach of
breaking
the year.
news. Mike Vrabel, coach of the year, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. So
Sorry.
if Drake May takes MVP, bro, it's a clean sweep. It's a
Perfect
clean.
timing as we're talking about.
Yeah, right, exactly. We're actually getting close to 10. That's why MVP will be late next probably. Bro, that picture looks just like AC Slater after they beat Valley for the championship. Right. All right. So this is what's her name again? Brooke.
Annabelle.
Oh, that's her character's Annabelle in the movie, but the actress is Brooke Langton. Okay. I want to know who you guys think's hotter. was it her in this film, or was in Speed Sandra Bullock, a young Sandra Bullock in '96? And you know what I'm starting to realize? Sandra Bullock in Speed looks a lot like this chick in this movie too.
Yeah.
They almost look like besides
yeah,
I know, like, besides her being a cheerleader, but they actually look very similar. It's kind of weird. I don't. There she is, Sandra Bullock in Speed, bro. That's their hair's almost the same way and everything, bro. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, Keanu.
Side by side picture. Side by side.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Just put her behind the wheel of a bus and let's see. Damn, bro. That's nuts. But yeah, so that was the love interest for Keanu Reeves in The Replacements. Do you want me to read this review, or are you going to read it?
Yeah, you can read it.
All right. So The Replacements is a sports comedy about a ragtag group of washed up, overlooked, and straight up weird football players brought together during an NFL players strike. Even though technically it wasn't the NFL, they didn't have NFL rights in this game. So the league got a different name. All the franchises weren't real franchises because so the team they're on in that picture, that's the Washington Sentinels, I believe. So yeah, they just renamed and like redid the uniforms for every city. So it was supposed to be pro football, but they didn't have the permission to use real teams in NFL. It's kind of the same as Any Given Sunday, right? Any given Sunday was the same way. They didn't have NFL licenses, so they didn't use real teams. They made up their own. But the concept was pro bowl. Former college star Shane Falco, played by Keanu Reeves, haunted by a past championship failure, is recruited to quarterback the replacement team for the Washington Sentinels, led by old school coach Jimmy McGinty, played by Gene Hackman. The team is mocked, underestimated, and treated like a joke. But as they learn to trust each other on and off the field, they start winning games, winning over the fans. Falco also develops a relationship with team cheerleader Annabelle, helping him regain confidence. When the strike ends, the real players return, but the replacements have already proven something bigger than football. Heart, teamwork, and second chances matter more than star power. The movie wraps with the team earning respect and Falco finding redemption. So it's a feel good story. That's really what it is. It's a feel good story. You can for people that always want to cheer for the comeback. Oh, dude, and who is that? That's the producer of like Iron Man and shit. What's his name? Yeah. He had a funny role in this movie too. He'd snap and go into like I don't know, like a rabid mode.
He was a cop, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, he was like a cop, but like on the field, he turned into like a savage. It was crazy.
That's why he was a savage as a cop. Like I believe it starts off with when they talk about him, like him dunking some guy's head underwater.
Yeah. But it's crazy because another person on the team was they got permission by the governor to take a convicted convict out of prison to join the team. And who does the convicted felon become the best friends with by the end of the movie? The fucking cop. They become two of the best friends on the team by the end of the fucking film. It's hilarious. But I think the best part of the film for me, Diggs, is got to be when the star quarterback crossed the picket line. At the end, towards the end, he took the starting job back, and like the coach that played by Gene Hackman had no choice; he had to let him play, and the team doesn't respond to him. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The team doesn't respond to him. He doesn't listen to the coach. You can tell he makes too much money. He thinks he's too good, and that team had already bonded over being a bunch of replacements, so that when you put in a real big arm, big money quarterback in, he just don't fit in. So I thought that was the coolest moment. And then at halftime, then at halftime, Falco comes in, goes back on the field, drives them to a win. So they never at the end of that movie, right? They never I can't remember. Did they do like a whole, like, you know, they do the captions at the end? They kind of tell you how everyone wound up at the end. They don't do that in that film, do they?
I don't think so. Not positive though.
That's one thing I can't remember about that movie.
I started watching it again at work and ended up busy.
Right, but I gotta agree with Toshio. It's definitely a nice little comeback story. I like it, and it's like I said, it's one of those movies that I don't know. Whenever it's on, I'll just watch. You know?
Yeah.
I can never really, get over it. But all right, Diggs, let's do your final call. Kill or keep. Let's go.
All right. The underdog story. Kill or keep.
Yeah, definitely keep. That's the selling point of this movie. So definitely keep.
Good formula. Normally works. Keanu Reeves as Falco.
Yeah, I'd keep. I don't know. I don't know the budget for this film. It was kind of like a weird gathering of casting, you know what I mean? For this film, but it worked. And I don't know, does it work with anyone else but Keanu Reeves playing that role?
No.
I don't think it does. So I think I'd keep.
The Misfit team of characters.
Oh, you mean like the rest of the teammates and shit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to keep that too. I don't know what's funnier was what's the actor's name that was the wide receiver? Orlando. What the hell was that guy's name? I can't remember his name. It's not Bloom, is it? Orlando Bloom? No. Just
Maybe the new Hellraiser. There's a good possibility of that.
Orlando Jones. Okay, sweet. So I think Orlando Jones is hilarious because his character is a super fast wide receiver that can't fucking catch. That's fucking at one point in the movie, they put fucking glue on his fucking hands so that he catches the ball. And he catches it, scores a touchdown, and then he can't get the ball off his fucking hands.
The ref takes it off. Can't get it off.
Yep. And then the other character I loved out of the Misfit cast has to be the fucking sumo wrestler that they got for the offensive line. And then one of their first games, this dude was pre-gaming, eating a shitload of like
more eggs.
Like no hard-boiled eggs. He's just right before the game. He's just down in hard-boiled eggs one after the other. Get in the huddle during the game. I think I'm going to throw up. He doesn't just throw up in the huddle once. He throws up in the huddle like 2-3 times, and they have to literally all like huddle up and then sidestep to get away from the throw up because the throw up starts making everyone else throw up. So that had to be another good part of that fucking movie I loved. So yeah,
I like the bar fight in the prison scene.
yeah, the bar fight, the prison scene is the classic of the whole movie, though, right? The
Yeah.
I can't the I can survive, and then by the end of it, they're all dancing and singing this. Like that's like the scene that I think of whenever someone says the Replacements. Honestly, so yeah,
I
that's
think of the Replacements every time I hear that song.
yeah. When that song comes on, you think of the Replacements exactly. Yep, I will survive. But yeah, Misfit team characters, I definitely keep.
Locker room speech.
Dude, I'm a sucker for locker room speeches, whether they're real or they're in movies. I definitely will keep. Is it my favorite locker room speech from any football movie? No, definitely not. But
What is your favorite?
oh, dude, Al Pacino in Any Given Sunday fucking kills football locker room speech, dude. They play that like real football teams play that to get all fucking hyped up for games. That's how crazy that fucking that whole speech was. That there's nothing crazier.
I was expecting to go Adam Sandler.
Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Burt Reynolds did a better one in the original Longest Yard.
What about the romance subplot?
um, yeah, I mean, I could do without.
That it was useless, just filler.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. But that's like the typical like formula for movies back then. Like, we're gonna do a football movie. It's a comedy kind of, but yeah, we need a love interest too.
Something
So
for the woman.
yeah. So I mean, I can see why they put it in there, but yeah, I'm with you. I think I'd kill.
All right.
Also, big no in the NFL. You're not actually supposed to date cheerleaders.
This is the part I don't get about the movie. If the players start going on strike, how do the cheerleaders?
Well, that's because that's a different union. If they even if cheerleaders even have a union, but pretty much like the strike is based on whenever like the NFL does their bargaining
No, I'm
agreement.
saying, but in the movie, NFL players went on strike, and they had to find a new group of cheerleaders.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. You're right. The cheerleaders on strike too. All right, yeah, that was definitely.
That's when they started getting all the girls from the strip club.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that part. Okay, so yeah, you're right. That's definitely a hole that they should have fixed because that wouldn't have happened in reality. Because the Players Association has nothing to do with cheerleaders, referees, coaches, none of that shit. Oh, they had to hire a coach too,
Yeah,
which coaches don't even have a union in pro football, so that wouldn't actually happen either.
it seemed like it was just that one team.
Right. I guess
Oh,
I know the referees actually have a union because didn't they strike years ago and then they hired a bunch of fucking like there was like college and high school referees coaching NFL games for a year.
yeah,
I don't know if it was a year, maybe it lasted like a few weeks and then they had to bring the rail refs back. I forgot how that went. You remember what I'm talking about though?
yeah.
Yeah. People were pissed. People were fucking pissed. The calls were bad.
2012.
2012. All right, I knew that really happened. I remembered something like that happened in the NFL. Yeah, dude. All the NFL refs went on strike that year. Did not ref. So the NFL thought, oh, we're just gonna get some college referees. They even hired some high school referees, and that didn't work out very well. It did not work out well at all.
It's,
They didn't know what to call, what not to call. They were a mess. Not saying like officiating is perfect anyway, but as much as people say they hate the NFL officiating, that year they missed those guys. They fucking missed them that year. All right,
the
let's
following year they're back. They hate
yeah.
him again.
All right, let's finish this list.
All right, final call. Let's say keep it. So, Christmas isn't trying to be deep. It's a fun, deliver heart warming humor. It's I rewatched this movie countless of times.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's why I'll say keep it too, is because what we kept saying. Tosh said it in chat. It's just one of those movies you just always rewatch. You end up always rewatching it. So, yeah, it's just the way it is. Yeah, definitely overall keep it. Yeah, I definitely like that you added this movie for your final cut this week because perfect time, Super Bowl week, going into the Super Bowl. Yeah. So
Actually, I wasn't in between this and Any Given Sunday, but I figured Any Given Sunday's a little too heavy to digest this week.
right. All right. It's almost time to get out of here. But before we get out of here, does anyone know if they named the MVP yet? Did they name the
Not
MVP?
yet.
They haven't named the MVP yet still? So the NFL honors is still going?
Yep. So I've had it on the side screen.
How many awards they really giving out? Feels like forever ago they gave Mike Vrabel the MVP award. I mean the Coach of the Year award.
They still have another hour live.
Oh, geez. Okay, that's not happening tonight then. Okay.
They were
Well,
doing some like performances a little while ago too.
oh, I hate when they do crap like that. It's an award show. Just give out awards. What are we doing? Come on. Fucking hate when they add all this glitz and glamour on Super Bowl week. It's ridiculous. Can't even listen. I can't even listen to sports talk radio this week when I'm driving. You know why? Because all the radio stations are in San Francisco on Radio Row for the fucking Super Bowl. So
Brown University has a table there.
Brown University, 98.5, WEEI, they're all there. So it's a pain in the ass.
All right.
But
Well, I'm going to say this next year. I'm going to go on assignment. I'll get a table and be on Radio Row.
yo, the day me and you on Radio Row, we made it. The day me and you on Radio Row, we fucking made it, bro. I'll just tell you that right now. But
We have to bring our producer with us.
exactly. He needs a vacation. Now, if the halftime show doesn't have crazy numbers, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, I'm not going to lie to you from the dungeon. I do not give a shit about the halftime show. I'm not going to lie to you personally.
Bad Bunny this year?
Yeah, it's Bad Bunny this year. I don't know. I don't personally even watch the halftime show. Usually that's my time to like eat, kind of sober up a little bit because I'm going to drink a lot more in the second half. That's usually what I'm doing during the halftime show. But yeah, I very rarely pay attention to that shit. Non-football fans usually make a bigger deal about the halftime show.
Yeah. I'm just really hoping it's going to be a goddamn good game.
Right. That's what I want to. You know, win or lose, I just want a close game. I want it to come down to the wire. I want it to be like on the edge of your seat football. I just want the opposite of what we had last year for a Super Bowl. Win or lose, I want the opposite of last year. I don't want a blowout and the game's over in the second quarter. I want this ridiculous, close game, back and forth, nail biter. That's what I want. So
Seth Rollins is coming out.
Oh my God. Seth Rollins at NFL Honors, guys. Congratulations. He made it. Anyway, all right, we're going to wrap this up. I'm JM. That's Digz. This is the JM and Digz podcast. Tomorrow, it is Friday, so at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, make sure you're right back here at Clean Sanchez Media to check out Morning Rips with Cabalas and Clean Sanchez. Saturday, 7 p.m., I believe. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That will be Bong Rips and video games. And then I believe Monday is DD 214. The Super Bowl, and they're doing a Super Bowl after show special. So check that out on Monday night. And we're back here. We're back here Thursday next week. We'll be talking about the Super Bowl. We'll be talking about whoever wins the MVP award at some point tonight. and then there will be a poll posted on Spotify for your predictions on the bowl if you want to get those in as well. You can check me out at the only JM on all socials. Check Digz out at Digz401 on all socials. And you got anything else you want to say, Digz?
No. Later, homies.
Later, homies. Peace.
Peace.